right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is part dos of the sea moss, making a sea moss and determining whether it's real or fake. So today is August 31st, 2021. The time is 5:50, and I'm going to go ahead into the videos where I show you how everything turned out and blend it up, and I'll be right back with you guys after the videos go. Okay, so this is day 2, and this is what the sea moss looks like after it's soaked for 24 hours. Now, usually I do 12. It just ended up being 24 hours because the day got away from me and I wasn't able to come in here. So this is the real sea moss. Okay, you see how it is? And then this is the fake sea moss. Okay. So I'm about to rinse both of these off. I'm gonna keep the water. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pull it out, rinse this off, and then I'm gonna dump it in the blender. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished rinsing them off. This is the real stuff. It's a little soggier than I'm used to, only because, like I said, it went for 23 hours, not quite 24. But you can see this is what it looks like. It feels soft and squishy, kind of like the stuff you step on when you're in the water. And then you have this, which is hard and plastic. You see this? I can't even. Okay, there it finally popped. You know, the real stuff I'm able to just break apart. You can tell it's something real. This stuff feels like plastic. There we go. It actually feels like if you were to go to get a fake plant at like the dollar store or at Michael's or something, that green part that is attached to it, if it was wet, that's what this feels like. The other thing is you want to make sure you keep the water. So let me show you that. Okay, so this is the water from the fake stuff and from the real stuff. Okay, I'm gonna just strain it and I'll be using it. This I'll be using like in my hair, and in my hair, and that's probably about it. This I will strain it to get the little bits left in there out, and I'll probably use this like on my face or in my hair or maybe in a dog's food, something like that. Okay, but now we're about to get this blended. Okay, so I have a high-speed blender. I have a Vitamix. If you do not have a high-speed blender, please do not be intimidated. Okay, you can use your blender. It's just going to take a little longer for it to blend up. Now as far as the water goes, you want to start pouring till it's about a little less than this. I put a little too much. Hold on. Okay, almost. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, so it's like a little over half. But then we're going to blend this up. I'm not going to force you to listen to that part, so I'm going to pause this while I do that. So I just want to show you guys this. Ooh. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this. This is the consistency it is right now. Okay. This is kind of what you want. If you want it to be a little thinner, I did end up adding a little bit more water, like maybe a fourth of a cup. But this is the consistency. You see how smooth and silky it is? This is what you're looking for. And then you see how much it's made? This is a 7-cup container, I think. I'm trying to see where the cup is. Okay, this is 32-ounce container, and we are at like 22 ounces. Okay, so that's 22 ounces of sea moss that was made out of half a bag. Okay, and let me show you what the bag looked like. Okay, so I'm not sponsoring anybody, which is why I'm not showing the label, but this was the bag that this came in. And so this was the amount of sea moss that I used, so this was half the bag, okay? And this half a bag made 22 ounces of sea moss gel, okay? And that's what it looked like. And if you notice, the color is a little tan. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. See how tan it is? That hint of brown? And how thick it is? That's the good stuff, okay? You can make it a little liquidy, more liquidy. Well, liquidy. You can make it thinner if you want, but this is a good consistency right here. So let me get the other one blended up and we can take a look at them side by side. Okay, so I didn't bother cleaning it out because it's all sea moss, but again, this is the fake one, and I'm just going to pour some water in here. This is steam distilled water. I start with half, and then if you need to add, you can add. The reason I do that is because this stuff has soaked for so many hours. You can add water, but you can't take it away. Okay, so just start out with about half, and then like I said, if you need to add water, you can. Okay, but this one is the fake one, so let's get it blended. I know this is loud, but I just want you guys to see this. You see how foamy and frothy it looks? That's not what typically happens with the real stuff. All right, so hold on, let me finish this. Okay, so this is the fake sea moss. It's all finished now. And if you notice, look at it. You see how it comes off? And I added more water to it. So this was probably, with the amount of water I added in there, it was covered. And it's still kind of thick. You see how it's, I hate to say it like that, but it's kind of like mucus or snot. You see that? It's not smooth. It's not creamy. It's just... So the color is pretty close to being the same. But let me get this in the jar. We're going to put this side by side, okay? Okay, so we're all done. This is the real stuff. And then this is the fake stuff. And then if we look at it side by side, I don't know if you guys can see that. The real stuff is a little darker. You see the darker brown in this one? And this one is a little paler. See? Okay, and that's the difference between the two. So this one has a snotty-like condition, and this one is silky and smooth. Okay? Okay, so that was very interesting for me. I don't know about you guys, but looking at the two of them side by side and seeing what the difference was, I know I didn't want to show the videos of me blending them up too much because of the noise and stuff it made, but the real sea moss blended up just like any smoothie you gonna make. If you put greens and fruit and vegetables and things like that in it, it just blended it up real nice and smooth. With the fake sea moss, it took a lot of work, it took more water, more work on my blender. And I have a high-speed blender, okay? So let me tell you about this Vitamix blender. I messed up the spatula that came with it because I was sitting there I was blending some stuff up and I was trying to scrape it and everything. And I got distracted because somebody stopped me or was trying to talk to me, phone rang, something I don't remember. But I just remember I came back and I turned the machine on and I just literally did like a quick flip. Oh, shoot, turned it off, okay? When I tell you that half my spatula was gone, just like that, and what I was blending up, I had to throw it away because it was blended smoothie right into everything else. That's how smooth this Vitamix blender works, okay? And it was working pretty hard to get that fake sea moss blended up, okay? And like I said, the consistency was like fake flowers. If you ever feel the fake flowers that you get at like the dollar store or Michael's for the flower arrangements, like the floral arrangements, you can feel like how that hard plastic is. So if you can imagine that plastic feeling being a little slime coat. Okay, so there's like a little coating, water coating, slime coating, whatever you want to call it, on it. That's what that felt like, okay? So we want to stick with the real stuff. I showed you what it looked like when it's raw, dry, dehydrated straight from the water, and I showed you what the fake stuff looks like and how it's covered in the salt, and the fibers are thick. They're thick like stems. So you want to make sure you're getting the thin ones. In the video, part one that I did yesterday, I did link in Dr. Sebi's a link to one of his videos that somebody posted about the sea moss. This is what dehydration sounds like too. That's why I'm like this. But anyway, I did post that, and I'll post it in this one as well, so you can check that out. If you didn't yesterday, you can take a look at it. And I think that's really all I needed to say about the sea moss. Like I said, I did soak it for like almost 24 hours. It was 23 hours. I usually do 12 hours. Or overnight. I literally will put it in the water overnight and then come back the next morning and rinse it off, blend it up. But time got away from me this morning. I wasn't able to do that. So it ended up being 24 hours. So, but that's really up to you how long you soak it for you, but you do want to make sure it is hydrated. So I would recommend the least that you do is the 12 hours. And I'm sitting here stuttering because I was going to tell you about the taste of it. Let me go get one of the samples. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell y'all that I have re-recorded this and it deleted and disappeared. So I'm not gonna go backwards. I'm gonna just keep going with what I got. So I did go back and get a sample. Okay, and to taste it, it really doesn't have much of a taste. If you are a texture person, I know I'm a texture person. So if you're a texture person, then you might want to put this in a smoothie. So, but for you guys, just so you can see that you can't eat it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna take one for the team, and I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. Now, I'm telling you, it doesn't have a taste. So it's not the taste that bothers me. It's just I'm a texture person and I don't really care for this texture. That's why I put it in my soups and smoothies, but you can take it straight up. You do have some people that just take straight up two of these, they take them and they swallow it and they're done. Okay. You can do that. You can put it in your juice, you can put it in your smoothie, you can put it in whatever it is that however you get it in, but just make sure you get it in. But just to prove to you that you can consume it just like this, I'm taking one for the team. Now, the smell of it, to me, it smells like when you go to the pool or you go to the water or something like that, just as you get into the point where you can just start smelling the water, that's what this smells like. But it's very, very, very faint. So it smells good to me because I love the pool, I love the water. So it smells wonderful to me. But for this, you can also give it to your pet. So, like, I'm going to show you guys my dog. Come here, Sadie. Come here, baby. You see her? She loves it. You see, she loves it. Okay, look at her. She loves it. So I give her some every day. I'll give her hers straight up. My other dog, he's older. I put his in his food because he funny. He's just funny. So I just give it to him in his food, and that's how he gets it. But that's it basically. There's no need me saying nothing else. That's it. That's the real versus the fake sea moss. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. I hope it actually inspires you to actually include the sea moss in your diet because, like I said, it's very good for you. It's wonderful. It'll help you energy, and even with some health conditions and things that you might have, it might make you feel better. I can't say it's gonna cure anything or nothing like that because they watch and they listen. So we're gonna leave it at that. All right. So you guys have a wonderful day. I love you. Thank you again for watching. And if you valued this information, it helped you out, if anything, then please share it with other people that may benefit from it. All right. I love you guys, and you have a wonderful evening.